I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine. I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine. And I don't need no rolling papers or sniff another line. I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine. And if you don't believe me, well, let me tell you why.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the concert of the Tim Isberg and hopefully the Tim Isberg Trio in this weird and wonderful time of quarantine and self-isolation and social distancing and a lot of YouTube videos that I shouldn't have ever watched, but now I do. So we're going to play some songs for you today, just sort of lighten up the mood and carry on as if things were normal. And I can't wait for the day when we can get back and see each other in 3 dimensions. That's going to be awesome. And I don't know, when I grew up in Alberta on a rural property known as a farm. And when I was young, what I did was I basically ate a lot of dirt because that's what you do when you're a young man on the farm. And that's why I don't have any allergies to this day, probably. So for all you teachers out there, that's one thing you can maybe do some instructing on, is let people know that if they eat more dirt, they'd have less allergies. So growing up on the farm, that's what this song's going to be about. Because I did learn a lot. Well, I was raised on a farm not far from here. I played in the dirt like I'd nothing to fear. The wind on the prairie, the shade of the trees, cutting down cattails knee deep in the weeds. I learned a lot, and what's good and what's not. Climbing up on a tractor, the engine turned on, driving my pickup the first time alone. From boyhood up through the teenager scene, finding out girls make us do stupid things. I learned a lot, and what can race a boy's heart. I learned a lot. Life is a gift that you have to unwrap to find out what you have. Time can go fast and it's hard to keep up, but what matters to you, it'll last. It will last. Loving comes easy, it's living that's hard. Feeding a family and working 2 jobs. A lifetime can pass like a train in the night. Can still hear the sound when it's long gone from sight. I learned a lot to respect what I've got. I learned a lot, and what's good and what's not. Life is a gift that you have to unwrap to find out what you have. Time can go fast and it's hard to keep up, but what matters to you, it will last. There we have it. Thank you. You know, it was some time ago that I used to live and work in Israel, and I lived in Jerusalem, actually, and it's a fascinating place, fascinating city, but one thing that they don't have there is a lot of snow. And when I moved back to Canada, it was around Christmas time, and it hadn't snowed there yet. And because when it does snow there, it's quite magical, it's quite fun to watch. But I came back to Canada, it hadn't snowed, and people were talking about that were locals. And a couple of weeks after I got home, I got this email from a young lady who English was not her first language, and she said, "Tim, I just thought you should know it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm standing in the middle of the road, and I'm listening to the silence of the snow." And when I heard that line, as a songwriter, I stole it, basically. It's allowed. Actually, there's a book that tells you that it's allowed for songwriters to do things like that. But it's something that makes perfect sense, the silence of the snow. I would never think of saying that in my language as a native English speaker, but it makes perfect sense. So I thought I'd try to write a song that had that in mind with that line, and what came out of it was this song called Jerusalem Road. High on a winter's night, and the light is cold and gray. Maybe snow will come to Jerusalem, and I must be on my way. The shadows lay long and dark on city walls of molded stone. I pass on through the gate to view the road where I take my song. And in the darkness I push on alone. Air turns still in a breath of calm, and I can hear only silence of the snow begin to fall on Jerusalem Road. I'm not running from any wrong. I'm not a vagabond without a face, just a restless soul, a minstrel with no bow, and a song to sing from a holy place. The paths we follow are not straight and true. There will be turns and bends we never knew. If all our lives we just do what we're told to do, how will we ever know how far we can go? Where I'll be, the road will lead me on to somewhere new. I'll have my say and be on my way, and this is the life I choose. And
And in the darkness I push on alone. The air turns still in a breath of calm, and I can hear only silence of the snow begin to fall on Jerusalem Road. I can hear only silence of the snow begin to fall on Jerusalem Road.
All right. Thank you. This next song, it's a song that I collaborated on with a fellow writer, and it was a song that was written initially for with a theater reference, you know, in the wings of the stage, so to speak. And it's a little bit about a woman that he can basically wait for until she realizes that he's the right man for her. And it's called "Waiting in the Wings." It's a bit of a bluegrassy thing, not too much. But if it is, I blame my fellow bandmate Marc Ladouceur, because any influence of bluegrass comes from him. So, although he probably wouldn't say that this is bluegrass because it's not fast enough.
Oh man, sure it is.
But it is what it is. It's called "Waiting in the Wings."
All right, hit it, brother.
I knew when he came around, his charms would lift you off the ground. Be waiting in the wings to bring you love. And he is smooth as he can be, and there's nothing in his heart you'll see. Be waiting in the wings to bring you love. I'll be waiting, waiting here, I'll be waiting. Baby, have no fear, I'll be waiting in the wings to bring you love. Well, I have heard he's done this before. He's left the girls at the door. Be waiting in the wings to bring you love. My love can pass the test of time. I'll be there when he leaves you crying. Be waiting in the wings to bring you love. I'll be waiting, waiting here, I'll be waiting. Baby, have no fear, I'll be waiting in the wings to bring you love.
Okay.
Well, I'll be there when it all goes down. I'll be there when he's not around. Be waiting in the wings to bring you love. And you can just put me on hold until his love for you turns cold. Be waiting in the wings to bring you love. I'll be waiting, waiting here, I'll be waiting. Baby, have no fear, I'll be waiting in the wings to bring you love. I'll be waiting, waiting here, I'll be waiting. Baby, have no fear, I'll be waiting in the wings to bring you love, 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 love.
My last tour of duty that I did with the military was in Afghanistan, and I realized when I was there that there's a lot of danger, a lot of risk that's always around you, and it does kind of grow on you, and you're there for a long period of time. You don't really ever calm down that much. there's always some sort of evil eyes looking at you from somewhere, and there's a lot of dangers on the road. Whether you're walking on the roads or you're driving on the roads, there's an element there that's a bit humbling, actually, to you, despite all the gear that we wear and such, but and the ammunition and the guns that we're carrying and packing. But it's still a humbling experience when you're in those conditions. And we've also lost a lot of folks on those roads, not just Canadians, but in particular Canadians and friends and family and brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers. So I wanted to write a song that's a bit of a testament to being a soldier in places like Afghanistan that, gives homage to the tears that we've shed over the years of our time in places like Afghanistan. And this is a title track off of my second album called Tears Along the Road, and that's the name of the song. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Standing in these boots, so hard upon the sands, counting on the gun I hold tightly in my hand. With every careful step I take, I walk the warrior's walk, and hide the fear that's in my heart from evil eyes that watch. If a bullet strikes me down and I die out here alone, who can be the judge of what I have or haven't done? If you're looking for what's left of me, don't look for flesh and bone. There's only tears along the road. That I don't choke in all the desert dust I breathe, and I pray that I will feel the trigger when I squeeze. Out here it's hard to tell who might be friend or foe. I guess I'll always wonder how this life excites me so. If a bullet strikes me down and I die out here alone, who can be the judge of what I have or haven't done? If you're looking for what's left of me, don't look for flesh and bone. There's only tears along the road. There's only tears along the road. If you're looking for what's left of me, don't look for flesh and bone. There's only tears along the road. There's only tears along the road. There's only tears along the road. And you'll find me in tears along the road.
Well, I got one more song that I'd like to do just to end this sort of short concert. So I want to thank you all for paying attention. Those of you who have been listening this far, awesome, good for you. And those of you who are just tuned in, you just missed a great show. So you have to just use that rewind thing. We have technology now that allows you to do that on the computer. You can sort of go back and forth as you like, so there's that. I should mention a couple of CDs. It's part of my merchandise at my shows. This CD, called Tears Along the Road, that was selected by Music Canada as a top 25 favorite album in 2015. And I played Tears Along the Road off that album, and this next song I'm going to play is also from this album. And this one here we just put out last year, pretty proud of this, Running on the Edge. This was nominated as a top 5 best album in Alberta by the ACMA, so pretty happy with that. And both of these recordings were made with my good friend, producer, engineer, longtime pal and mentor type of guy, Miles Wilkinson. And I should also give a shout out to the fellows in my band that have been playing with me for the last little while and have been we've been enjoying some shows on the road and lots of fun. John Hewitt on bass guitar and background vocals. He's also a singer-songwriter in his own right. He's got a new project out, so look for John Hewitt and the New Americans. In he may be coming to a stage near you as well, because at some point he'll go way bigger than me, and I'll just be carrying his bags. So, watch me while you can, sort of thing. And also Marc Ladouceur. He's a side man, he's a lead guy, he's guitar, mandolin, background vocals, extremely talented fellow that's played with some of the big names out there. So I was really happy to have him play along with me on these concerts. So all that aside, we're just kind of want to wrap this up and do one more song, and it's really a song that it's a blues swing song, and I don't normally write that kind of song, but it's what came out one day when I was writing, so I want to do this song because it's kind of like about wanting to be around someone just one more day. We've all experienced that, whether you're in the military like I was and you don't want to go somewhere, you just want to be home one more day, or maybe you're a farmer or a rancher where you need one more day, or maybe you work on the rigs or something where, again, you're gone for weeks at a time, you'd just rather spend just one more day with your family. So that's what this song is about. It's called Just One More Day. You should know that you'd be wrong if you think I won't miss you when I'm gone. Hands in my pockets, I'm staring at the floor. My feet don't seem to get me to the door. All I know is I can't show any signs of weakness in my bones. Blow me a kiss, just let me go, and I won't let you be too long alone. Wish I could stay, just one more day, before I go 1,000 miles away. Wish I could stay, just one more day, and keep these blues away, just one more day. Since I felt this way, and a woman like you pulsing through my veins, and I
I've been around enough to know. So please wait for me, I love you so. Wish I could stay, wish I could stay, just one more day, just one more day, before I go 1,000 miles away. Wish I could stay, wish I could stay, just one more day, just one more day, keep these blues away, just a one more day. To know, enough to know. So please wait for me, I love you so. I said please wait for me, I love you so. I said please wait for me, girl, I love you so. Alrighty, there you have it. So, thanks for coming out. Thanks for staying this long. If you did, I hope you did. And feel free to share this concert as you want. And I know it's never these live streams and other recorded concerts. They aren't the best, you know. It's hard to get good sound and good video. But we're doing what we can to get the music out there to you while this sort of weird time is upon us. So, thanks very much. In the meantime and in between time, you know, feel free to, you know, go to my Facebook page, Tim Isberg Music, give it a like, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be awesome. There's going to be more videos on there as time goes on for sure. And, you know, we're all doing what we can. So in the meantime, stay safe out there, be well, and thanks a lot for listening. It's very much appreciated. And I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
In 3 dimensions.
Tim,
Bye for
John,
now.
thank you.
I said, Judge, I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine, and I don't need no rolling papers or sniff another line. I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine, especially now in my prison cell where I am doing time. I said I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine, and I don't need no rolling papers or sniff another line. I don't need no cigarettes, and I don't need no wine, but if you ever care to share, will you be a friend of mine? I said, if you ever care to share, will you be a